Hi there, everybody, in whatever reality you find yourself in today. It's been a few days since I last made my last Mandela Effect vlog, and in that time, my life hasn't got any less complicated about the situation whatsoever. I'm learning as much as I can, although I still haven't got. I mean, I can't even begin to say why all this is happening. There's many different theories, and I don't know. I'm not ever going to claim that I know what's going on, but I do know that the changes are real, and I'm not prepared to argue with anybody about that. They're the things that I've seen in my own life, so don't be telling me that I'm wrong, or that I'm that aged and decrepit that I can't remember the things that are from my own life. I'm only 53, so anyway. The Mandela effect, as I've said before, has completely messed with my mind. I've been the sort of person that's always tried to discover hidden things, hidden from us, or, mankind in amnesia. I know that there's an awful lot that's been hidden, and all that seems to be coming to fruition at the same time as this Mandela effect situation, which is far more than just spellings. Although, believe me, spellings, that's freaky enough as it is. I actually watched some Vaseline turn from Vaseline to Vaseline and back to Vaseline again in the same shop on the same product. So don't be telling me that nothing's happening. The Bible has changed, regardless of whether you choose to see that or not. It has. It's said some amazing, ridiculous things, and I'll cover that at another time. I mean, these are things that, it's blown my mind. It's absolutely blown my mind. It's been everything. But one of the main things that have really intrigued me about this whole situation is the fact that people swear that they come from the Sagittarius arm of the Milky Way, and that they've been plonked in the Orion arm. Now, I call it the Orion arm because I've always been here at Orion. I've always been in the Orion arm of the Milky Way. So to actually be on groups and see on YouTube videos people discussing having been moved from the old Earth in Sagittarius to this new Earth here in Orion, and it's the Orion arm, that is amazing to me. That is amazing to me. And the thing is that don't for one second, if you come from the Orion arm of the Milky Way and you find yourself here in Orion, sorry, the Sagittarius arm, and you find yourself here in Orion, please don't think that the Orion arm has always been like this, because it certainly hasn't. We're here in the Orion arm. We're also experiencing the Mandela effect massively. I'm wondering at the minute whether it's the mixture of both clashing and unclashing. But whoa, there I am just saying it just like that. There are people that believe that they've come from the Sagittarius arm of the Milky Way. I can't even believe I'm saying that. But I believe them, because the impossible is happening in my reality. So why can't that be an equally impossible situation that's actually real as well? So I believe people when they say they come from the Sagittarius arm. But I'm looking for, are there other people out there? There has to be other people out there that were originally like me from our old Earth on the Orion arm, of the Milky Way. I'm seeing lots of people from Sagittarius that are noticing the Mandela effects, but not very many from the Orion arm. So if you're out there, please come say hello. Although pretty much both realities seem to be, well, I say both realities, I mean Sagittarius arm and Orion arm, seem to be experiencing, but I'm sorry, I'm not very well. My back's not good, so excuse me wobbling about. But the thing is that we're all experiencing the same sort of things. And thanks, I don't understand why, but between realities, we can contact each other on here via YouTube. It doesn't matter where we've come from or where we find ourselves today. We can all contact each other here, and we can all contact each other still on Facebook, because I'm on groups, a couple of groups in Facebook, Mandela Effect groups. I haven't really posted much on them recently because they allow people don't that aren't affected by the Mandela effect, and it's always been their reality, so they don't know any different. And fair dues, you're lucky. Can you imagine how freaked out we all are? How freaked out we all are. And yet there they are, trying desperately to prove that we're wrong. But we're not wrong. We're not wrong. We know. I'm 53. I know the realities of my past. I know it was mirror, mirror on the wall. I know that it was all gold, not C3PO, the other one. Can't remember his name right now. I know it was all gold. I know the girlfriend in oh, my mind. I know, you see, I sound like I don't know what I'm talking about anymore because I can't remember right now. Now that's irony. That's irony right there. But what I'm basically trying to say is I know what my history is. I know what my reality is. And I know that it's no longer that. So I'm really intrigued by the Sagittarius arm situation. Although I am, like I said, calling out really to see if there's any Orion people out there. But I'm equally as excited to be speaking to people from the other side of the galaxy, of the Milky Way. Do you know what I mean? The other side of the galaxy. It's incredible. So whatever's happening, whatever it is, however it's caused, whatever we're going through, whatever the end outcome, which, believe me, I do believe is end times. I've never known the Bible change, and yes, the Bible has changed, so something weird is occurring, clearly. There's all kinds of weird things occurring, to be honest. We're getting to see more and more people openly seeing UFOs in the sky. There's, people that seem to be time traveling, rescuing people, angels, massively ridiculous weather. The sun is no longer yellow. Oh God, there's so much. There's this life that we're trying to deal with. And then there's Mandela effect life. And quite frankly, the Mandela effect life is just totally taken over everything else because the impossible's happened. But I know it's affecting the world and our lives in that. And I'm not really sure what to do. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. I don't know what it all means. I don't know what I'm doing. So as always, I'm like reaching out really, because here, everybody that I mention it to, they're like, yeah, well, if it doesn't affect me, well, I don't care, and yeah, well, maybe, and they just basically shrug it off. They're not seeing people that I'm asking questions. They're not. They shrug it off. They see, some of them see the things, but they ignore it. I mean, I used to. I saw lots of things before I had any idea about the Mandela effect. There were lots and lots of things in my life that I could see that were different. But I shrugged those off too. I mean, I knew it wasn't right, but I had no explanation for it. So what do I do about that? And I kept getting, like I've said, I kept seeing links to the Mandela effect. So eventually, to be honest, after praying, and asking for what God wanted me to see, I'm not saying that I instantly pressed the button on the Mandela effect link, but not long afterwards, I pressed that button and went tumbling down an even weirder rabbit hole than the one I already thought I was in. So things are very different. Keep track of the differences. Write it down. Take screenshots, because believe me, on here, although we can still contact each other, sometimes I've seen somebody will post a video that says, see, it's got this line in it, I found this evidence, like from a film, and I haven't heard the line, but somebody else has. So it means that me in my reality, I can't see that anymore, but them in their reality, they could still see it watching the same bit of film on YouTube. So that's really weird. And it's worked out the opposite way around as well, where I have been able to see something that somebody was showing as evidence in a YouTube channel, and somebody else, they couldn't. So I've seen it both ways round. So I know that sometimes when video... I'm sorry, I kind of lost connection there for a minute, so I'm not sure how much of that you got and how much you didn't, but yeah, what I'm saying is that it depends on what reality you're in and I'm in as to what we see on the same video. And that's freaky. There's no getting away from that. That is freaky shit going on right there. So, just please, the one us is here. I am sure that what is leading her, and we have to hold on to what we know to be truth, because I think that's the only thing that's actually going to save us. So please reach out to each other like I'm doing to you, because people keep talking about us being a Mandela affected family. Well, we're all kind of scattered everywhere, and the only way we're ever going to be connected is this way until they stop it, because I'm fairly sure at some point in the future this will be stopped. You know, at the minute we just sound like raving lunatics. I know we do. And that's shit, because we're not. The weirdest thing ever's happened. The impossible is happening. And, I mean, really, I've been into CERN and everything. I should be really excited by it, but no, I'm not. I'm not excited by it at all. Not at all. So, Sagittarius or Orion, we're both going through, I don't know what. But I do know it depends on us lot sticking together and spreading love and unity, because everything seems to be about division. So let's, in this new reality, we're all experiencing this new reality filled with hate. So come on, people, regardless of what's going on, we have to reach out to each other with love and compassion, because at the end of the day, I believe that that's the thing that's what it's all about. I believe that that's what it's all about. So we have to remember there are far more good people out there than there are bad. We'll have to get together and start spreading the love. And I think trying to talk to people about the Mandela effect, but I'm finding it really difficult at the moment because I just sound like a complete raving lunatic. So thank you for being out there. Thank you to the brilliant people out there that are doing their own, you know, really very, very popular channels about the Mandela effect. Thank you. I've learned so much from you all. There's too many of you to hang about. Matt Rogers, unbelievably good man. Thank you so much. Another English person. It's nice to see English people out there that are going through this, because most people seem to be American. So thank you, Matt, for everything you do. Thank you to, I think it's J. Chris, obviously Lone Eagle, oh, so many, Aya, EYA, so many wonderful people out there that have given me information that I needed to know. And I'm still learning. I'm learning. I'm trying to soak it up. I'm trying to soak up. It's all about, I don't know what it's all about, but I need to gather as much information as I can. As much information as I can. As many explanations, gather it all up, feed myself, in the hope that I don't lose who I am along the way. Because so far I seem to be pretty much intact. Apart from the fact that obviously, apparently, the inside of my body's changed. But me, the thing that makes me me, I'm pretty much intact at the minute, and I want it to stay that way. I want us all to stay that way. I'm frightened of being robbed of my memories. I'm frightened of that more than anything else, I think. Don't rob me of my memories, it's who I am. So, from whichever side of the Milky Way and whichever reality that we find ourselves in today, I'm sending my love to you all. And please share your own experiences, because I need to hear them. I need to hear what your experiences are. No matter how crazy they sound, please let me know. Please let me know. And until next time,